If you love tacos like me and you go to the taquerias where they have the condiment bar, one of the things that you're gonna notice that they have there is some type of pickled onion, whether it's red or white onion. This condiment is very easy to make, and trust me, it is a delicious condiment for your tacos. To go over ingredients, we don't have a whole lot of ingredients for this. We're gonna need 1 full onion. You can do more just depending on how much you wanna make. It's just gonna determine how many onions you're gonna need. I'm hoping to fit this 1 large red onion into 2 of these. These are 16-ounce mason jars, and they should be able to fill it up. If not, I got 2 other ones right here, and I'll just fill in the extra. In each jar, I'm gonna be adding in 1 garlic. I have this kind of minced up a little bit. 1 teaspoon of oregano. Now this is optional. I have about 3 chile de arbols that I grounded up in my pestle and mortar, the molcajete. And this is gonna add a nice little kick. If you're not looking for that type of flavor in your pickled onions, you do not have to add this. But this is gonna add a nice little spice level to our pickled onions. For each container, we're gonna be adding in about a teaspoon of salt. We will need to boil up about 2 cups of white distilled vinegar along with 2 cups of water. Very simple, that's all it needs, folks. Okay, so we're gonna fill up 2 cups of white distilled vinegar. Now the remainder of it, we're gonna fill up 2 cups of water. We're gonna mix that in. So we will set our heat to about medium-high heat. Now we're not gonna get this fully boiled, we just kind of want to bring this to a boil, and that's pretty much all we need for this. So at this point, while we're waiting on our water vinegar mixture to get to a boil, we're gonna be adding in our onions into our mason jar. Don't feel intimidated as far as the space, you can actually pack this in there. You can actually get quite a bit because that heat from that vinegar water mixture is actually going to kind of cook these down. Since we're not going to be fully cooking these, it is going to make them soft. So try to get as much onions as you can in here. You can pack it down. There's going to be a little gaps between the onions, so don't feel that you can't pack it in. You can actually pack it in there. Okay, I think that might be about it. I want to say that's about a half of an onion. Or at least close to a half onion. I will probably have to use 3 jars. I have enough water and vinegar mixture to add another jar to this. Just depends on how big your onion is. It just determine on how many jars you'll need to use. I think we want to say about right there, because I am going to be adding in the garlic, the oregano, and the chili flakes in here. And that's pretty much what we need. Again, this is a 16-ounce jar. If you want to do bigger jars, that's up to you. I like to do smaller sizes so that way I could use them faster, and then that way the ones that are not being opened, they stay fresher for a longer time. So now we'll add in our garlic to this, the oregano, and the chili flakes. 1 teaspoon of salt. So I don't know if you notice, I kind of stopped right here. That way I can give a little bit of headroom because moisture will be able to get into right here to be able to cook some of these onions down. But at least this right here will be my headroom for all my spices and things I'll be adding to the pickled onion. Now that we have our water and vinegar mixture up to a boil, we're gonna go ahead and just shut it off right there. Okay, very carefully, using a spout or a funnel, we're gonna add this liquid little by little until we fill it up about right there. Okay, so it's hot. All I'm gonna do right now is just shake it. Make sure you put your lid on, nice and tight. And then just give it a shake. Allow some of that salt to distribute throughout the whole mixture. Okay, so now we'll take the lid off and crack it, and we're gonna just let this come to room temperature. As you can see, I made stuff come to the top, and I'll push that down to the bottom. You wanna make sure everything's covered for at least about 15 to 20 minutes or so. But I'm just gonna leave it like this until it comes down to cold, at least like room temperature. Then I'm gonna put it in the fridge, just like that. So I'm done with this one. I'm gonna just kind of cap it just like that, just so it could cool down, and I'm gonna set it to the side. So that 1 onion got me 2 16-ounce jars of pickled onions. I could do bigger batches, you know, just use more onions, but very simple. This will probably last me a few weeks because my wife does like pickled onions. The rest of that water vinegar mixture, I'll just make a quick batch of pickles and just add some dill. Basically some of the same ingredients as I put in this, except for maybe not the oregano. I'll replace the oregano with some dill. Same other stuff, garlic, salt, and all that good stuff. But that's it. Very inexpensive, easy to make pickled onion recipe. And if you like this as one of your condiments for your tacos, This is some good stuff right here. If you're new to my channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. That way you can see future videos just like this. As always, I'll leave the recipe in the video description so that way you can make this at home. Now y'all be beautiful and God bless.